So for more on this, we're joined by Matt King, CEO at FanDuel. Matt, it's so good to have you with us today ahead of the big game. I'm sure activity is through the roof on your platform. What are you seeing in the lead up to Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, you said it both times. Activity's through the roof. It's going to be the biggest sporting event in our history, and we think in the country's history from a legalized sports betting perspective. And most of the money is on the Chiefs. And to cover the spread.
Okay, interesting. Have these numbers and the odds changed at all as we get closer to Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah, they've changed a little bit. I'd say some of the player prop markets are changing more than the overall game markets are. We're seeing a ton of action on guys like Travis Kelce to be the first touchdown scorer. The MVP markets, are looking like Mahomes a lot. And so we're seeing those things move, but the game line itself hasn't moved very much.
Okay, so let's break this down. Our producer, Taylor, put together a great full screen for us to talk about some of these prop bets that we're seeing on your platform. So 54% of the bets are on the coin toss, being tails. 46% say heads. For the first touchdown, 14% of bets are on the Chiefs, tight end Travis Kelce. And for Super Bowl MVP, Kelce getting 11% of the bets, but 21% of the money on the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, to repeat. How much of a trickle effect does the Kansas City Chiefs, favored to win, have on some of these prop bets?
It has a huge trickle effect. So one of the things that we're well known for is a same game parlay product, where basically people can put together a parlay of anything that they want happening in the game. And what you see is when people like the Chiefs, they'll typically also parlay that into Travis Kelce to score the first touchdown, Patrick Mahomes to throw over 200 yards, and other prop bets like that. So they are really trying to express exactly what they think is going to happen in the game, and we're the only place where they can do that.
Can you quantify the activity that you're holistically expecting when it's all said and done on the Super Bowl this year for your platform?
So we think we'll be well north of probably $100 million a handle on the day, which will make it our biggest day ever. And that'll be up probably orders of magnitude over last year. So we're really excited about the growth that we're seeing.
Okay, so let's take a look at a map here of where sports betting is legal and active in the U.S. A tremendous wave of legalization since the Supreme Court ruling just 3 years ago. How are you remaining agile enough as a company to make yourself available to fans in these states?
So two things. One is we keep focused on our North Star, which is the fan experience, and just making sure at all times we're delivering the best experience we can for fans. And then two, we started with a great team and we've scaled dramatically even with COVID. And so we continue to reinvest back in the business because, as you said, demand is off the charts, and we need to make sure that if we want to be absurdly fan focused, which we pride ourselves on being, that we have the team that can support that. And so those are the two things we've been focused on.
How do you make money off of this? Do you make money on each bet?
So we take risk. So there are days where we win money, days where we lose money. What we're focused on is giving a great entertainment experience to our users. So if you take a game like the Super Bowl, I don't really care if we win or lose money on the day. What I want is our fans to have the best experience possible. Because the reality is the Super Bowl is one of the events where we'll have the most number of active users on our site. And if they all have a great experience, I know they'll come back and play more in the future, regardless of whether or not they won or lost.
How do you, can you tell who is making these bets? Because I'm just curious. We see activity in the stock market, obviously through the roof, record high trading volumes that we've seen earlier this year because the average Joe retail traders want to get in. They want to bet on something. They want the excitement. Can you tell sort of the demographics of who is taking these risks on your platform?
We can absolutely tell. So we tell, obviously, from an online perspective, everybody goes through a full know your customer process. So we tie, every bet back to an individual on a verified basis. And that's consistent with kind of the regulations that are required. And so we can see who's there. And then obviously we do a lot of customer research where we talk to those users. And what you're finding is really two things. One is you're finding an incredible amount of demand kind of moving from the illegal market into the legal market. It's people that value the fact that they can now do something that they've always been doing through legal channels now, whereas they used to go to the corner bookie. And then what we're also seeing is a number of people that maybe used to play March Madness pools or other things where they like to have a little skin in the game, but they never really went to the illegal markets. We're seeing more and more of them join the business. And so kind of across the board, what's really powering demand is a broadening appeal of sports betting. And we're really excited about what that holds for our future.
Matt, an IPO, is that in the works? We saw DraftKings, your competitor, have a very successful IPO last year. What about for you?
So, as you'll talk to anybody who's gone public, it's a step in the process. It's not the end destination. So what we look at and what we stay focused on is building the best business that we can. And we're fortunate enough to have a great brand, a great product, and a great team. And through our relationship with Flutter Entertainment, which is the largest global gaming company, we have all the resources we could ever need. So from our perspective, it's the early innings. We have a phenomenal leadership position in this industry, but we need to stay hungry and stay humble as we continue to build the business. And so that's what we're just going to focus on.
All right, Matt, I'm wishing you the best in the lead up to Super Bowl Sunday. That's Matt King, CEO of FanDuel.